Hello, Scorpio. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Aviana. This is Aviana's Ascension. And today we are doing a general reading for you. So my readings are general, obviously. So just take what feels right for you. Don't try to force anything, all that good stuff. And my readings are timeless. Whatever. So that means you guys can watch them whenever you feel guided to. All right. Don't try to force anything. Just take what feels right for you. And if this resonates for you, let me know with a like, a comment. Don't forget to subscribe if you're picking up what I'm putting down. All right. All right. Let's start with your meditation. Okay. So when I was doing the meditation, I felt like something it felt like something was drilling into my head. Not violently, it just felt like a pressure coming through, right? And I was like, what is that? And they're like, okay, so Scorpio, you guys have had some sort of narrative, mindset, perspective, something that was just drilled into you, maybe from when you were even little, during childhood, school, maybe certain friends, connections, people you're around, but there's something that has been drilled into you for a very long time. And I feel like you guys are kind of waking up to what your truth is, your higher self, what feels right for you. And I feel like you're having a hard time meshing that narrative with this newer version of you. And so I feel like you guys are kind of having a hard time having to release a certain narrative, or maybe you're having a hard time kind of accepting that something just wasn't true for you. I don't know. It's an interesting feeling. I don't know. I definitely feel like it's like you guys are kind of awakening. Like the Akashic Records, pineal gland is opening, and you're realizing something was just not true for you. It can be a variety of things, but I don't know. Let's see what's going on. We're just doing tarot today. I felt guided to just do the tarot, and we're going to clarify it, so we're going to get really deep into everything. But let's get into it. Okay, so we have the Empress, instability, contemplation, the World card, temperance, skill, dominion. Yeah, definitely. With the Empress and instability, contemplation, you guys are realizing that something or someone you held very highly, or something that you put a lot of energy into, gave a lot of attention to, was just not stable. Okay, and you're kind of reflecting on that instability. You're reflecting, okay, and some of you guys, I feel like you may be entering into your Empress energy, right? Whether you're, non-binary, male, female, none of that matters to me. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us, right? So this could be you kind of getting into this divine feminine energy, and maybe it's making you reflect on a lot of instability. Where are the cracks? What's not working here? Okay. Yeah, you guys are definitely coming to a conclusion with something, or seeing something very differently. Yeah, it could have been through a very difficult time, a hard time, because usually it's through our most challenging moments where we really find out what we're really made of, what really matters to us. And I feel like you guys could have gone through something like that, or maybe you recently, have been through or are going through some sort of hard time. But I feel like, yeah, because of the hard time you were through, or you are going through, you're realizing what is and is not for you. Yeah. And I feel like in that frees you up to create space and give attention to the things that really matter to you. And that's how you get into your feminine energy. That's how you can manifest better, by being clear on what matters. All right. Let's get into it, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on. All right, we're going to do a 10-card spread today. Let's get into it. Okay. Present situation for you, Scorpio. What is currently happening? Okay. That almost wanted to flip out, but it didn't. Okay, interesting. Okay. So Libra also had this card for their present situation, so maybe the Libra reading will be beneficial for you. But with the Devil card, this is about, yeah, okay. So I feel like you guys are definitely reflecting on certain blockages, certain mindsets, narratives that have kept you held back, things that you have given a lot of power, given a lot of your power to. And it's formed this narrative for yourself that you need, like, I feel like it's a matter of like I feel like there were some things that maybe manipulated you into giving your power away, whether that's a person, a situation, a mindset. And yeah, now I feel like you're waking up to this. Like you're realizing this isn't how I really think. This isn't what I really want to do. This isn't really, you know, how I feel. These are narratives that have been instilled in me time and time again. This is, you know, the result of something I went through in the past. And now I'm ready to break free from it. That's what I feel. All right, we also have transformation at the bottom of the deck, potency, the sun card, aspiration. Yeah, there's like a fire that's been lit inside of you, and you're ready to break free from all the blockages, all the negativity, all the manipulation that has kept you stagnant, that has kept you in this mindset. I like it. All right, let's see what's going on in the subconscious, what lies behind the situation for you. Let's see. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we have order and speed. That's very cool. I like this because speed can, you know, get a little out of control. It can, you know, it can be a slippery slope, right? But speed paired with order. You have your eye on the prize, but you also are thinking things through. This isn't like an impulsive action. This is something that is like thought very thoroughly. Like you are very particular about what you want to go towards. And that's really cool because like I said earlier, when you get clear on what works for you, then there's no room for things that don't work. There's no room or time to give your energy and power and attention to things that don't matter, you know? Very cool. Yeah, with reflection here, definitely a lot of reflection going on. I like it. Okay, let's see. How are you using your mind in this situation? How is this affecting your mind? Let's see. Okay, so we have imagination. Okay, so yeah, I definitely feel like, I mean, imagination can be, you know, kind of living in a daydream, letting fantasies that don't really matter to you kind of dictate your life. But I feel like because you're kind of breaking free from that, I feel like this is you guys imagining what does work for you, kind of figuring out what does feel right for you. We have intuition, love, desolation, chariot. Yeah, I feel like you guys could be like kind of third eye is opening kind of thing, you know, with intuition here as well. I feel like you guys are definitely getting insights. You know, your dreams might be very vivid. Could be feeling a lot of like deja vu or like synchronicities. Like I feel like that's what that is for you guys. Okay, so the emotional desire behind the situation. Let's see. Yeah, we have intuition. Yeah, I definitely feel like you guys you're on this kind of road to really trusting yourself, trusting your intuition. You don't want to have to rely on others, or you don't want to be in a space where people can tell you what to do, because you want to be able to trust your own self. You want to be able to trust your intuition. I like it. Okay, let's see. Influence of the higher self on the situation. What's at the heart center? Yeah, we have prudence with preparation at the bottom of the deck. So you guys could be spending a lot of time on your own, isolating a bit. Okay, but with prudence, this is like being very diligent on this journey, right? Because when you start it, obviously with that devil card at the start, it's going to be hard. You know, having to realize that you don't resonate with some sort of narratives or way of living that you've been living, that can be a very crazy wake-up call. But with prudence, this is about, you know, as long as you're taking the steps on this journey, it's going to get easier, it's going to get lighter, right? And another thing to note with this card is even if you don't decide to keep going, staying stuck is also a choice, right? And who wants to stay stuck in that hard energy? No one, right? So just keep going forward because it will get easier, you will get lighter. Okay, and with preparation being here, I definitely feel like there's something big coming through because you're preparing for something, right? You're preparing for your higher self, your true self. You're preparing for a new life. So keep going, keep going. Okay, so a previously unrealized pattern, okay, could be aiding to this. Yeah, we have regret. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so with regret, obviously there's some things that, you know, you may have missed out on, or maybe you made a few of the wrong choices, made some mistakes. We all do. We're human, right? But with regret, there's growth, that's why I love this card, because it says it in the book. You know, if you are regretting something, that means there's room for growth. There's room for you to reflect, and that's beautiful, right? But with a previously unrealized pattern here being regret, that makes a lot of sense because, again, you guys definitely let a lot of false narratives dictate your life. So regretting that makes sense, you know that something isn't right for you. You know that because of you letting other people influence your life, you're in a situation that you may not be happy about. But that's beautiful. If you didn't have that realization, if you didn't have that regret, you'd be staying stuck in that hamster wheel, you know, not even realizing it. Okay, and some of you, because there's creativity here at the bottom, this may have to do with like, it may have to do with career, you know, especially if you do something that's not so conventional and maybe people try to influence you to do something else, you know, but creativity, that can also be, like, I feel like a more sensitive outlook on life, being more vulnerable as well. All right, let's keep it moving. Okay, how you rule your kingdom. Let's see. Okay, we have love and control. Yeah, I feel like, that's kind of what I was feeling for sure. With control and love, I feel like you guys were told or taught that being vulnerable, your feelings, crying, being sensitive, that was something you had to control. Like maybe growing up, you didn't have the safest environment to express yourself. So now as an adult or as someone who's a little older, you try to keep that, those feelings, those emotions, you try to, keep a grip on them. But that's not how you have to show up. You can show up as your true self, your true, most vulnerable self, and people will still love you and accept you and embrace you. I know I will. All right. How you see yourself in the world. Let's see. Okay, well-being. Okay, I like that. Very cool. Okay, so with well-being, that's definitely like going with the flow, understanding that, earth, nature, humans, we all have like a cycle. And it's not necessarily like cycles we repeat, but it's like, there will be some moments, like say during winter, you're more likely to stay at home, rest, relax, because it's cold outside. Who wants to get in the business? Nobody, because it's cold, right? So I feel like you are, I feel like you're very aware of the way that things ebb and flow, the ups and downs. You understand nothing's linear. Yeah. And I feel like because of that, you're able to let go of things, grow and evolve, not easily, but you're able to start those journeys a lot easier than others may be able to. Okay. All right, spiritual aspirations for you, Scorpio. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so spiritual aspirations being adaptation, right? This is being able to flow and move gracefully through familiar and unfamiliar terrain, right? Okay, so that's interesting because we have inspiration, the tower, completion, hermit. So I feel like you guys aren't giving yourself enough credit with how you're able to flow and adapt. Okay, because with inspiration, tower, completion. Oh, okay, I get it. So I feel like this is about, yes, you guys are able to adapt very well. You understand that things come and go, there's highs and lows. But the thing is, you may be very aware of that, but when it comes to pairing that with listening to your intuition, that's when it gets a little choppy, right? Because we have inspiration. So that's telling me there's some sort of like excitement, some sort of, light bulb going off. And you want to be able to take that light bulb and go with it. And the fact that you're able to flow should tell you that you are able to do that. But there was some sort of narrative that has been repeated towards you that's keeping you from making that connection. Interesting. Okay, root cause and pattern here. Last card before we clarify everything. Okay, so root cause, pattern, we have the star card. Love the star card, Aquarius energy. I'm an Aquarius, we love it. But the star is all about showing up as your true, authentic self. Okay, this is about being vulnerable, being honest, being able to give and receive. So, with delay here and priest and beauty and transformation, I feel like the thing is, I feel like with delay and the priest here, I feel like you guys try to find that acceptance in others when it comes from you. Or maybe you try to like look for guidance on how to show up like that. But sometimes other people don't know how to show up like that. So they'll give you guidance that's not really going to resonate. I feel like once you start this journey inward, that's when things will start clicking for you. Okay? Because I feel like you guys, look for guidance. You ask for help. But that's not what you need to do. You need to listen to your intuition. You need to go within for that guidance. Yeah. Okay. Let's clarify. I like it. I like the energy. Okay, so bottom of this deck, we have the Two of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups. 10 of Wands, the World card, the Seven of Cups. Okay, cool. So yeah, I definitely feel like the need to ask others for guidance, the confusion, not being able to trust your intuition, I feel like that is coming to an end here. Okay, there is some sort of decision or crossroads here. We have the King of Pentacles, King of Cups. I feel like this is about embodying your true self versus listening to the version of you that was conditioned by society and others or whatever. Yeah, that's what I feel. I mean, the King of Cups, King of Pentacles, those are both great kings. I mean, all the kings are cool, right? But, yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's like a true you and then a you that was, formed by your environment. And that's how all of us are. But it's the art of going back to that true self. That's what you're doing right now. All right, so let's run it back and go through it all and see what's going on. Again, if this is resonating, let me know with a like, a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so let's back it up. So again, in your present situation, you had the Devil card, right? So there's certain blockages, certain narratives, certain things that are keeping you held back, keeping you stagnant. Okay, and it can be your own behavior as well. But usually that behavior stems from a narrative, a perspective that you are believing in. Okay, so tell me more about the devil for Scorpio. Okay. Alrighty. So we have the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, I definitely feel like there has been like a group of people around you who, you know, they may walk through these dark times right next to you. But the thing is, these dark times aren't meant for you. You know, I feel like you have these narratives, these beliefs that you have to struggle, you know. And I feel like a lot of you, this is like a loyalty thing. Like, I feel like you're very loyal, which is great. But I want you to have that loyalty for yourself and your own well-being more than you have it for your friends, family, whoever is going through this, okay? Because they're just taking you down into the trenches with them. And so I feel like that this is the narrative that's being realized, that, you know, you don't have to be loyal. Time doesn't mean anything. Okay, let's be really real. Time isn't real. Okay, once we all, you know, go back to heaven or the fifth dimension, whatever, we're not going to be looking at our watches. Okay, because it's not real. They don't have it there, right? So to stay in connections that aren't healthy for you, that don't benefit you anymore, simply because, oh, well, you know, they're my ride or die. They've been with me by my side the whole time. Well, how are those times been? Because it seems like it hasn't been great. Let's cut the cord and move on. Okay? It is what it is. Okay? And with the Queen of Wands, that's shadow work. That's having to really reflect and look within and ask yourself, how did I get here? Why am I still here? And I feel like that's what's happening. Yeah, Three of Swords, the Hanged One, Temperance, the Fool. You guys are definitely letting go and seeing your challenges in a different light. Yeah. You're understanding that, you know, I don't have to go through these hard times. I don't have to stay loyal to situations that don't make me feel good. Yes, I've been through a lot of hardship. I've learned a lot of lessons, but now I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to let it go. I'm ready to grow and move on to bigger and better things. You know? Yes, you're ready for bigger and better things, Scorpio. That Four of Wands, that's your soul tribe. Those are the people that are really here to help you and support you. Okay? Because this, no. Okay, subconscious, what lies behind the situation. We had order and speed. Yeah, eye on the prize, about something, very focused, going towards something. Tell me more about order and speed for Scorpio. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. See, I knew it. I'm so good. Okay, King of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, you guys are letting go of the version of you that was just built on false narratives. Okay, the King of Pentacles is not normally represented with that, but I just feel that, you know, and I'm going with what I feel. It's like there is your true you and then the version of you that was conditioned, and you're ready to let go of that side of you, that version of you. And you're ready to move towards your true self with that Ace of Cups. You want to move towards emotional fulfillment. You want to move towards happiness, things that, you know, fill your cup. You want to fill your cup, you know, and you're done, you know, giving and giving and giving. It's too much. And that's what I feel. I feel like a lot of you, there were people who maybe depended on you, or maybe you felt like, you know, you had to keep showing up for these people and keep giving and giving, but that's not the case. That's not true. You don't have to do that. And you recognize that now. Okay, so how it's affecting your mind, how you're using your mind. You had imagination. Okay, so definitely I feel like you're daydreaming, and I feel like you're imagining what you want to do in the future. You know, creating that new life for yourself. Because first you got to think it, believe it, and then put action behind it. All right, tell me more about imagination for Scorpio. Okay, we have the World and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you guys are definitely imagining this new life for yourself. And with the Tower here, you're ready. And this is your card too, Scorpio. Like, you're ready for the false narratives, the instability to go away. You're ready for that to be done. And you're excited for this new energy that you feel. Like, even if you're not there, I feel like you guys can feel that your life is changing, that you're moving into a new energy. And I like that. I've been in that space before too. It's so cool. It's like, oh my God. I love it. I get it. Okay, emotional desire, intuition. Listening to your intuition, trusting your intuition. Tell me more about intuition. Okay, so we have the Lovers, Gemini energy, the Knight of Swords. The Lovers isn't necessarily only about love. This is definitely, for you guys, it's about listening to your heart, listening to your higher self, with the Hermit here as well, being your own guide and being able to fully trust in that and take action. That's what you want, and that's what's going to happen for you. I promise. I feel it. Okay, influence of the higher self. There's that Prudence card. You know, it's a hard journey, but you're taking the initiative. You're taking the steps towards the life that you want. All right, tell me more about Prudence for Scorpio. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands, Six of Swords, Nine of Swords. Okay, so definitely this is a hard time for you. No one's going to say this stuff is easy, because it's not. It's some of the hardest stuff you can do in your life. So definitely nurture yourself, love on yourself, be patient with yourself during this time. But with the Seven of Wands, Six of Swords, you know, you're definitely being protective of yourself at this time. You know that you're moving on to bigger and better, to more peace, and you know you deserve it. And it may be hard. You know, there's definitely going to be some highs and lows, but stay dedicated, because it's worth it. You're worth it. You deserve to be happy. All right, let's talk about your previously unrealized patterns of regret, you know. And that definitely stems from not listening to your intuition, feeling like you need others to guide you and advise you, and it can lead to regret. But, you know, with regret comes growth. So, it's great. All right, tell me more about regret for Scorpio. All right, with the Two of Pentacles and the Chariot, yeah, I definitely feel like there's regret, because instead of listening to your heart, trusting yourself, and taking action going forward, there was just a lot of back and forth, a lot of weighing your options, asking for guidance, asking for assistance. And I'm not saying like it's not right to ask for guidance. You can always ask for help from others, but at the end of the day, it's your life. You're the one who has to make the decision, so you have to trust that choice. You know, and if you feel like, you know, I don't feel like that is right, but, you know, I trust them, so I'll just go with it. Sometimes that gets you in some sticky situations. Okay. Okay, so how you rule your kingdom. Yeah, we had control and love. You know, having to feel like your vulnerable self, your emotions, your feelings need to be controlled on a leash, in a box, and that's not true. Tell me more about control and love. Yeah, with the Five of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so I feel like you guys definitely had to, you know, compartmentalize a lot. You know, and that turned you into the wounded warrior, you know, not being able to express your feelings, not feeling safe to express your feelings, or maybe, you know, whatever the case may be that has gotten you to feel like you can't be vulnerable. It's time to, you know, bring more love and nurture to yourself. You know, because look at this. With the Five of Cups and Nine of Wands, you've been through a lot. You've been hurt. You've been lied to. You've gone through quite a bit here. So allow yourself that nurture and that love. Allow yourself to love on yourself. Because it's hard. It's hard to go through stuff. It's hard to live on earth. It's hard here. And if you don't process those things, they don't just go away. They stay with you and show up in different situations. So allow yourself some love. Okay. How you see yourself in the world. We had well-being, understanding that there's highs and lows, everything ebbs and flows. All right, tell me more about well-being for Scorpio. All right. Okay, so yeah, we have the Three of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Moon card, and the Hermit. Yeah, I definitely feel like, and this kind of taps into control and love too. I feel like whenever you guys go through hardships or you're struggling, you tend to justify ignoring the feelings or, taking it all on by yourself by saying that oh, well, I'll get through it. There's highs and lows. And that is true. And that is a good perspective to have. But, you don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to do that. That doesn't make it more admirable to do it on your own. And I know I was saying, you have to have your own guidance, listen to your intuition, but I feel like your guys' intuition may guide you to seek help or, a shoulder to cry on. And I feel like you talk yourself out of it by saying, oh, well, this is just part of life and things like that. And again, if you don't process these hard emotions and really accept and are honest about how things affect you, then that feeling stays with you, Even if you don't have, vulnerable moments like crying or getting upset or screaming, maybe you have tightness in your body, Maybe there's, a lot of headaches or something. I'm sure it's showing up in some way or another. All right, spiritual aspirations, we have adaptation. Okay, so I'm trying to remember what was at the bottom of the deck for that one, but I can't. But with adaptation, I feel like we were talking about yeah, I feel like it was about you guys wanting to be able to really process these emotions or having someone to rely on with them. Let's just get into it. I don't remember. Tell me more about adaptation for Scorpio. Yeah. With the Four of Swords, Nine of Cups, the Page of Cups. I definitely feel like you guys are used to, handling situations on your own, processing your emotions on your own, going after your goals on your own. But with the Page of Cups, there are people who want to hear how you're doing, who want to, give a helping hand. And I feel like the narrative that's been instilled in you is that no one's going to be there for you or that you have to handle stuff on your own. And that's just not the case. Human beings, we're social creatures, we have families, we have communities for a reason. You don't have to do everything on your own, right? Look, there's 2 cups here. And that's the thing. I feel like you guys are around people who you don't feel like you can do that with, but they feel like they can do that with you. So I don't know. I'd reflect on that. Okay, let's keep going. So last card here, we have the Star card for your root cause pattern. You want to be seen. You want to be vulnerable. You want to be able to show up as your true self, even if that's a good day, a bad day, whatever the case may be. Yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, You can go through a lot of hard times with people, but when it comes to really being vulnerable and expressing your feelings, having a shoulder to cry on, these people aren't there for you, or you don't have anyone for that. All right, tell me more about the Star card for Scorpio. You got the Death card coming out. That is your card. Okay. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Wands, the Death card, the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you guys have definitely put in a lot of work to build this, like, wall, you know? Like, maybe people don't ask how you're doing because maybe you have a wall up, you know? And again, this may be like an unrealized thing, that you have this wall or this idea that you can't be vulnerable with people. But with the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Wands, the Death card, there's definitely a new chapter starting here. New energy coming in here. And I feel like it's going to be exciting. It's going to feel exciting, but it is going to require you to put that wall down with that Death card. You're definitely going to have to put your wall down for sure. Okay. But yeah, it's like you guys want love. You want emotional fulfillment. You want to feel safe. You don't want to have to always rely on yourself. So listen to your intuition and go towards the people, the energies that make you feel seen and supported. You know, that could even be like an online community of some sort. Yeah, very interesting. All right. That was your reading, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated, let me know with a like, a comment. Don't forget to subscribe if you're picking up what I'm putting down. And if you'd like to check out my website, I have all my services on there that I provide: personal readings, spiritual services, all sorts of stuff. And I also have all my social media. If you want more content, everything is down in the description box below if you guys want to check it out. Other than that, that's all I got for you. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.